Congratulations! You've just rolled a 5-star YouTube channel. Please sub. I don't know why I did that, but I will. I enjoy games that are like Genshin Impact, Honkai Impact, and back in face-to-face classes, I would unironically pass the time in class by playing Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
On my iPad. It's actually a really good game. I actually quite enjoy it. Please sponsor us, Raid. I'm a very, very big fan. Please. These games all fall under the similar genre of game called Gacha and are mostly harmless fun. Until gambling and operant conditioning to spend your college fund for a 4-star waifu begin to start getting involved. There's a darker side to these games, and today I want to explore that together with all of you. Welcome to PsyPop. In this series, we'll be tackling how pop culture or something in pop culture has displayed a phenomenon where we can learn from it in the context of psychology and or mental health. If you like the series and don't want to miss out on any future episodes, don't forget to show us support by liking and subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click on the bell icon to get a new notification whenever we post a new video. Gacha games, for those who are unfamiliar with them, are a type of freemium mobile game that utilizes a premium currency to acquire different characters and or items. Usually, the rates of getting these characters and items are really low and require a lot of luck to acquire to begin with. The reason why the currency is referred to as a premium currency is due to its limitation and ability to get more by paying real money to do so. Keep this all in mind, as these are all examples of operant conditioning. Based on Edward Thorndike's law of effect, the principle states that behavior that is rewarded is behavior that is likely repeated, while behavior that is, not rewarded is behavior that won't be repeated. Alongside his law of effect, Thorndike also discussed behavior modification, which is the act of altering actions and reactions to stimuli through positive and negative reinforcement or punishment. Because of the observations of the law of effect, he realized that we can modify others' behavior through reinforcement, reward, and punishment. While Thorndike was the first to introduce the concept of operant conditioning, B.F. Skinner, a behavioral psychologist, was the one who made the concept popular. He is famed for his experiments and contributions to behaviorism and operant conditioning. He experimented with operant conditions on rats and pigeons in an attempt to prove that all behaviors are in some way a result of operant conditioning. As I mentioned before, Gacha utilizes a premium currency that is severely limited, and to get more requires paying for it. But conditioning applies here as well, as Gacha games give out this premium currency every so often, but for a limited amount. There, the games force the player to get used to the low amount of premium currency and either have them save for specific units or by having them buy the premium currency instead so that they aren't limited. For famous games in particular, the concept of FOMO can also be applied here. FOMO, or fear of missing out, refers to the feeling you get when you look at someone or a group of people that look like they're living a better life than you are. This could apply to anyone really, and it's usually felt when you can't join your friends when they hang out and have fun. FOMO can be seen in gacha games as the shiny new unit is released, and everyone will be talking about how great it is to have the unit. With that, it influences other people to try out their luck, or their wallet, in getting the new shiny unit, as is the best the game has to offer at the moment. Keep this all in mind again as I want to talk about another interesting concept. Interest, or the overall act of gambling, can resurface not only through commonly used means such as casinos, slot machines, or cards. At times, they may come in the low-key form of betting with your close friends or entering a raffle for your school. Generally speaking, as long as it doesn't cause dire consequences, then you can gamble all you want. But, of course, overdoing it may turn into an addiction. With that all said, how do you know if you or someone you know has an addiction? If we follow the guidelines provided by the holy DSM-5, here are some of the symptoms you have to take note of during the last 12 months. Having the excessive need to risk a lot, money or otherwise, to gain some sort of excitement. Experiencing restlessness or irritation when trying to restrain oneself from gambling. Developing compulsive lying habits about their gambling activities from other people, even your own loved ones. Gambling turns into your main coping mechanism. And lastly, experiencing relationship or work problems due to gambling. There are many more, and feel free to look up the rest of the signs someone close to you may be experiencing as well. With that, if you notice any of these signs, then either immediately bring it up with the person or ask a professional for assistance. What matters is that the arising addiction should be addressed right away to prevent further issues in the future. Going back to Gacha, these games release limited events and characters that oftentimes take a while or never come back again. They're basically saying something like, hey, if you don't get this really, really, really good character we have right now, you won't ever get to see them again. Ever. Which pretty much leads to desperation, especially towards the end of the event. Playing gacha games is pretty much like gambling in that regard.
Gacha is gambling.
Don't gamble, kids.
Stop it. Get some help.
Gambling may be a difficult thing to cope with, as with many other addictions, as at one point, it may have not been an addiction for a person. It may have been something that they simply enjoyed or simply enjoyed doing together with friends. There are methods one can try to help with handling it, however, but these solutions are by no means enough to cope with a serious and diagnosable gambling addiction. Setting that disclaimer aside, some things to take into consideration. Even one bet can trigger a relapse. It's okay to ask for help. Turn thoughts to the goal of not gambling. Avoid people and situations that encourage betting by all means. And you can make it easier on yourself to live with a gambling addiction if you identify your gambling triggers and stay away from them as much as possible. Should the situation be serious already, please try to consider therapy, as ongoing therapy helps managing the condition. 3 main ways exist to treat gambling problems, including psychotherapy, medication, and support groups. Cognitive behavioral therapy and behavior therapy help a person identify through patterns that lead to and support a gambling problem and replace them with healthier habits. Some gamblers respond well to antidepressants, narcotic antagonists, and mood stabilizer medications. Oftentimes, a person with a gambling addiction also suffers from bipolar disorder, depression, ADHD, or obsessive-compulsive disorder. So, medication or therapy to treat those conditions can alleviate gambling addiction. Gamblers Anonymous and other self-help groups help many people as well. And that took a very serious turn out of nowhere. And I apologize for that. Okay, I say horrors in the title of this video and talk about addiction, but like most good things, these are perfectly fine as long as they are done in moderation. It's still a fun thing to play with friends or on your own personally. As long as you aren't spending your college fund on your next few rules, you should be okay to do as you please. Thank you all for watching. Please comment any topic you'd like for us to tackle next. I really appreciate hearing any feedback you have. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And for everything else, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a great day.